So what's going on, guys? Brooks, especially you. I hope you watch this video. Making this just for you. So yeah, I got asked the question of, I know you're like the motivational guy, and you give, insights on, practical ways to, achieve things you may want to do, whether it's in networking or, towards a career. And what is there a difference between your adult audience and maybe someone who's like 20 years or so? And if there is, what steps do they take? I'm going to answer that question quickly by saying no, there's not. Here's the thing. The adult audience, I'm not talking specifically on everybody, but I think people fall into the whole age trap. And I think, honestly, here comes a rhyme, it's a bunch of crap. Because as consumers now, we're all being exposed to the latest and greatest technology. So if you have a passion for something, it's easy to figure it out. Most of us who are going to, school or work, we're probably thinking about something that we're pretty passionate about when we're there to buy time, correct? Right? That's how I got into podcasting. I wanted to, hear people's stories, and I wanted to share it. And I figured there has to be a way to be able to do this. How can I do it? And just by, doing 15 minutes of research on one of these bad boys. These are called a cell phone. What you can do is you can call with them and stuff. It's pretty cool. But another feature they have is you can go on Google. Google, you could browse something and in less than a second get provided with so many sources. It's really cool, So if you have a passion in something, don't fall into the whole age gap of I can't do this because I have responsibilities, I have a family, I have this and that. I'm gonna get into that right now, actually, because I know some people are not gonna like this because they're gonna say, you don't have kids, you can't talk, blah blah blah. Well, I don't have kids, but I can talk about responsibility. Responsibility is procrastination. So no matter what time or age you're doing something, you're always gonna have responsibility. Right now, I have a duty to go get my degree, which, of course I'm going to get it, but I think it's a bunch of baloney because if I was just laser, focused on doing what I had to do, could I be there quicker? Maybe, but it's fine. As far as kids, that's the same thing. It's a bigger responsibility, but no matter what day and age or time you're always going to have a responsibility. It's just a matter of where you get clarity and how you want to deal with it. So you're also going to, and here's another argument people might say, well, they depend on me to, I have a job that I make enough money where they can eat and provide shelter and this and that. I'm not telling you guys to quit your job, all right? And don't look at me like some guru, all right? Just know that, whether it's tapes that I've listened to, seminars that I've attended, they've all said the same thing. You have one of the most valuable commodities right here. And all it takes is 30 minutes of your time to go on YouTube. In 30 minutes, you can find a video on how to perfectly flush a toilet. And you're telling me that you can't find 30 minutes to maybe watch, all right, how do I get into podcasting and make money? What is the most effective way to make money? Where can I, grow a network with podcasting? These are all things that were 15-minute clips that I was able to watch, and guess what? Oh my God, within the past 2 months, they have helped me tremendously. And you're going to tell me that whether you're into wine or what else are adults into, carving or art and all this, there's so many things. Here's another valuable tool you can use. Of course, with the internet, I told you about YouTube. LinkedIn, what about that? If you type in on LinkedIn, whatever, the subject may be, I'm going to keep going back to podcasting because this is, like I said, I'm using what I'm doing to, help you guys. Okay. Type in podcasting. You have, huge corporations, whether looking for people with, for a job, or then you have a whole section of summits or events that you can go where you can meet up with people and, learn to see what they're doing. And if they're in the field that they're doing and they're starting to get paid, what did they do to get there? Befriend some of these people. Don't go with a stick up your butt and not be able to talk to them. These are just little things. And listen, most of these summits are based around people who have careers already. They'll be based on like a Saturday or a Sunday. And if you work retail, I'm sorry, you can request off. But there's so many ways that you can grow yourself and not have to, jump through hoops, takes a huge financial loss or anything. Listen, I'm not even saying I'm like some big, huge hard worker. There's millions of people who work harder than me, millions, but billions. But, going to school and working already where I work, I was still able to research, podcasting, learn some of the equipment that I needed, learn how to, market towards an audience to bring them in. And I'm only going to continue to grow with that. And it's only taking maybe, 12 hours out of my week to really do that. That's it. So guys, if you don't have 12 hours of your week, you need to evaluate yourself and figure out. If you can't figure out, you got something that you're doing that is taking up way too much of your time, and it's probably not good. Because if you're going home and you're just vegetating on the couch for 5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 6 hours rather, 5 to 6 minutes, that's not that bad. But if you're doing that, then listen, right there, cut that out. Maybe if that's like a habit, like for me, I love to get up in the morning, check the news, find out what's going on, whether it's in the market or what Trump is saying or whatever it may be. But it's important that I don't do that for 2 hours, 3 hours. I just get my daily 20-minute fix, and that's it. Like, cut back things. So I'm going to summarize this again for anyone who's watched this all the way through. No, there is no different procedures on how to go towards something you want to do. If you're in a career, and if you're older and if you're in a career already that doesn't suit you, take 12 hours out of the week to use your cell phone and the internet to Google ways you can make money from it, maybe events you can attend, and I promise you guys, within a year, you will have so much knowledge in it that you may feel comfortable to take that risk and, jump off and, go do it. I promise you guys, it is worth it, because we only have one life to live, and why not go for what you want to do instead of being conservative and unhappy for the remainder of your work career. So, Brooks, I hope this answered your question, and if everyone else listened to this all the way through, I hope it didn't trigger you. I hope you know that there is good behind my message, and thank you guys for watching. Maybe check it out on the podcast. All right, guys, take care.